Hello and welcome back to another NIKKE video. So today we are going to be talking about our only long-awaited, and I did not expect them to drop a Dorothy Summer. Yes, I did not expect at all for them to drop a Dorothy Summer out of nowhere. Okay, I thought it's just gonna be your usual summer unit, but nope, they had to go beyond and they dropped a summer Dorothy. Can you imagine the whole community going crazy about it? So it's a pilgrim, right? And it's a shotgun. Dorothy is a burst 3 DPS, water DPS, and she's a shotgun. The crazy thing is that she's broken. I think the title already shows, and you know, the thumbnail, but she's incredibly broken in my opinion. Why? Let's just get to her skill real quick. Her skill is not complicated, so I'm just gonna tell you what the skills does. Okay, do keep in mind that every single Dorothy skill is only affects her own self, so all her skills are a self buff. There's no buff towards the team. So yes, first skill, flash. Basic activates when you hit 80 pellets. Pellets mean the bullets that you hit to the enemy. That doesn't mean 80 normal shoots. Okay, no, it takes too long. Usually I think it's around like 7 or 8 pellets per bullet. I forgot again, but it should be pretty fast. You would not even notice that you already get your first kill. So when 80 pellets is being hit to the enemy, then you can gain pierce. So after that, the pellet will be 1. As you can see here, it will be 1 for 3 rounds. So it's going to be similar to Red Hood's burst, if you know. Yes, but this time only for 3 rounds. The hit rate is going up by up to almost 94% for those 3 rounds, and the attack damage is up to 65%. And even so, when you hit double the pellet, then you are going to have to expand the pierce range by 200%. That means you can literally hit enemies from a long range distance, which usually shotgun users have difficulty hitting when this first skill is activated. And those 3 rounds will definitely be a pierce, which means it's gonna be even more damage, because pierce means you're going to pierce enemies' defense, right? And with high hit rate means you're going to hit for a lot more, and your bullet's going to connect, right? Which means she's good with core enemies that has core. Second skill basically makes the pierce damage even more by up to almost 50%, and do notice this buff is permanent, while the next buff only affects when bursting. When bursting, attack goes up to almost 69%, and hit rate going up to almost 37%. Right? This is on skill level 8. Do note this is on skill level 8. On skill level 10, it's going to be a little bit more, just a tiny bit more, like up 10%. So this is on skill level 8. Okay, not skill level 10. Burst skill will basically up her attack speed by up to 50 or 59%, attack up to 80%, and number of pellet up by 5 for 15 seconds. Now there's a huge thing why this is 15 seconds, which we're gonna be talking about later, but as you can see, all her buff are for her own, so it's not gonna be a team buff, it's gonna be her own buff. Now if you want to see the numbers for the max skill, this max skill, here you go. You can see 89%, 65% for speed, pellets up to 5 as usual, hit rate is almost 100%, attack damage is 72% for the first skill. The rest are the same, and pierce damage up to 55%, attack is up to 75%, and hit rate almost like 41%. So that's for the skill level 10. Now we can be talking about her build real quick, because I already built her a little bit, not the best. This is more towards end game players, by the way. So for overload lines, you generally want the elemental damage and attack lines like this. This is your usual go-to for any unit, especially for Dorothy, because you're building her as a DPS. So elemental damage and attack lines are very, very highly recommended. Other than that, you can go with a little bit of max ammunition capacity, or you can go for critical rate or critical damage. You want to avoid is hit rate. Hit rate is okay, but remember, in her skill we already got so many hit rate buff for 36%, and then this this pellet count, especially the pierce rounds, like 94% up to almost 100% on level 10. So hit rate is kinda really not needed. So you need a little bit more towards like elemental damage and attack lines. After that, a couple maximum mission capacity is totally fine, or else you can go for critical rate or critical damage like I do here. What are her teams? I do discuss about the 15-second burst burst skill activation, right? It's not 15 seconds, but the buff goes on for 15 seconds. Why does it go for 15 seconds despite burst only lasts for 10 seconds, right? The reason why is because you want to pair her with Soda Bunny. This is what we call the shotgun team, right? Shotgun team is extremely meta and it's still used widely even in solo raids until today. Now, the Dorothy edition here is actually to replace Drake. It used to be Drake Treasure, but now you can use Dorothy here. Why? Because first, Soda Bunny, if in case you guys don't know, Soda Bunny enables the whole squad to full burst for 15 seconds, which aligns exactly with Dorothy's buff. That's why her burst duration goes for 15 seconds for her buffs, right? But that doesn't mean necessarily that she's going to burst for 15 seconds. She only bursts for 15 seconds only if you put Soda Bunny in the team, okay? And to add that, in case you guys don't know, Toph actually got a treasure, and her treasure also makes the team even more powerful, making Dorothy most likely this is going to be her best team. The reason why is because here, as you can see, it used to be 10 seconds. The buff used to last for 10 seconds, but now after the treasure, the buff will last for 15 seconds instead. That's all you need to know. So yes, this is most likely going to be Dorothy's best team. If you have first, you have Toph, okay, on treasure, and second you have Soda Bunny, because Soda Bunny is the most important part here. However, if you don't have Soda Bunny, please do not worry, as she still rocks a lot, even as a normal water unit with dual mate here, totally fine. Or you want to go for the usual water DPS team, that's also fine. If you want her to be a solo carry or any boss, that's fine. I'm going to leave you guys some comparison and team comparison as well.
王国の一つ。全訪問解放。立勢主義。我が登れるのに嫌です。勝利の物語。クラウン王国の一つ。道に迷った時はまた当たりを思い出すのよ。皆さん攻撃を。クラウン王国の光。クラウン王国の道に迷った時は私が道を照らすのよ。クラウン王国の光。私が道を照らす。リロードします。勝利の物語聞かせて。これでまた一歩夢に近づいたわ。私のブランとノワールのショータイムです。今の見ました？みんな生きて帰りましょう。近くにいて燃えろ。私のブランとノワールのショータイム。全てを信じてあげましょう。やっと2人だけの楽しい時間を過ごせそうですね。
It's totally fine. And yeah, let me know how you guys your pool goes. Are you excited for this NIKKE summer? And yeah, I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. I'm sorry if this video is gonna take a little bit while, as I was doing a lot of testing with Dorothy, especially because I never have her in my account, and now I actually got her. I never got the normal Dorothy, by the way. She was the only pilgrim I missed. Alright, let me know if you have any questions or feedback in the comment section below, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. This is DY, and I'm out, everyone. Have a good day. Enjoy. This is DY, I'm out. Peace.